How do you help people so fast? That's a question I often get. What is the method behind your healing technique? Well, it is neuroplasticity. It is the brain's ability to learn new ways of behaving. And what I do is I teach it that what it is used to feeling under certain circumstances and what it remembered is no longer true. So in a way, I expose the brain to the same stimuli of the traumatic experience that it remembers from when there was a lot of hurt. And that hurt can have a physical component and an emotional component or both. Now, what is very important is that it is much easier for your brain to let go of that undesirable behavior if it is distracted. Therefore, while I conduct the nervous system reset, I distract the brain. Many of you will have seen a tuning fork that I place on people's heads. Well, the truth is that one of the big roles of the tuning fork is to distract you and your nervous system and your sensory system. One thing that, of course, I do not have under my control is your thoughts. And that is a topic that deserves some conversation. And this goes into understanding that we create the reality we shape for ourselves, because at each given moment, if you freeze a moment in time, it really can be good or bad. If it is truly frozen, imagine time stood still. So it is on the part of the observer to give that moment a positive or a negative quality. And if you think about it, as we go through the timeline of our life, at every given moment, we give this frame, this moment in time, a certain meaning that is either positive or negative. And if you delve a little bit into quantum physics, of course, simplified quantum physics, but quantum physics nonetheless, you will find that very often under observation, a particle will behave differently versus when it is not observed. Therefore, we can deduce that if you constantly observe something, it behaves in a certain way, and if you don't, it behaves in another way. Hence the importance of distraction. And all I'm trying to say is, can you focus a little bit more on the positive things versus the thing that you do not desire, i.e. your pain? Instead of walking through life saying, I have this disease, I am diagnosed with this, stop doing that. And that takes a little bit of practice, of course. What you need to do is you need to be able to sit with the reason that makes you focus so much on your pain. And very often that reason is your emotions, very unpleasant emotions. So if you make it a habit to work through your emotions, to not push them aside, to sit with them, to process them, to not bury them, then you will likely speed up your recovery process as well and give up your pain or improve your pain. Let me know what you think about this, and I'll see you in the next video.